Imagine a world where the boundary between the mortal and the divine is as thin as a silk veil, where magic dances in the air and mythical creatures roam. In this fantastical realm, we encounter a figure whose name echoes through the ages, Na-Jah. The name Na-Jah can be roughly translated as able to subdue demons and evil spirits, and he is often known as Na or Nota in some Western interpretations. This young hero, a central figure in Chinese mythology, has a story that is as rich and complex as the tapestry of the heavens. Na-Jah's origin is deeply rooted in ancient Chinese texts. The earliest records of Na-Jah can be traced back to the Ming Dynasty novel Feng Shen Yan Yi, Investiture of the Gods and Journey to the West. In the grand pantheon of Chinese mythology, Na-Jah holds a unique place. He is a celestial being, a Shen, who was born into a world filled with chaos and strife between the forces of good and evil, where gods, demons, and humans coexisted in a precarious balance. Na's birth was nothing short of miraculous. His mother, Lady Yin, carried him in her womb for 3 years and 6 months. When the time finally came for his birth, instead of a normal baby, a large, glowing lotus-like ball emerged. His father, Li Jing, a general and a powerful figure in his own right, was shocked and thought it was some sort of evil omen. He drew his sword and struck the ball, only to see a chubby, energetic baby boy leap out. This was Na-Jah. From the very start, his arrival announced that he was no ordinary child. As a young boy, Na-Jah was incredibly lively and full of spirit. He had a cherubic face with big, bright eyes that sparkled with an otherworldly light. His body was small but full of power, and he was often depicted wearing a red belly band, which symbolized his fiery and fearless nature. But what truly set Na-Jah apart were his magical weapons. One of his most famous weapons is the Qian Kun Circle. This golden ring is not just an ordinary trinket. It is a powerful artifact. When Na throws it, it can expand to an enormous size, capable of crushing mountains and subduing the most powerful of enemies. It represents the power of the heavens and the earth. Hence, the name Qian Kun, which refers to the universe in Chinese philosophy. Another of his weapons is the Hun Tian Ling, a red silk sash. The Hun Tian Ling can be used to bind enemies, and it also has the power to stir up the seas and the skies. It is like a living, breathing entity that responds to Na-Jah's every command. Na-Jah also has the ability to transform into a multi-armed and multi-headed form. In this form, he can wield multiple weapons simultaneously, increasing his combat power exponentially. This transformation is a display of his divine power and is a sight to behold. It is as if a small god has suddenly burst forth with all his might, ready to take on the world. As Na-Jah grew older, his adventures began. One of his most well-known feats was his encounter with the Sea Dragon King. The Sea Dragon King, a powerful Long who ruled the seas, was known for his arrogance and tyranny. One day, Na-Jah was playing by the sea when he accidentally disrupted the underwater palace of the Sea Dragon King with his Hun Tian Ling. The Sea Dragon King was enraged and sent his minions to attack Na-Jah. But Na-Jah was not one to back down. He fought bravely against the sea creatures, using his Qian Kun Circle and Hun Tian Ling to great effect. In the end, he even managed to kill the third son of the Sea Dragon King. This act, of course, did not go unnoticed. The Sea Dragon King was furious and demanded that Naja be handed over to him for punishment. Faced with this ultimatum, Naja, rather than causing trouble for his family, made a heroic decision. He committed suicide by dismembering himself, returning his bones and flesh to his parents. This act showed his sense of responsibility and self-sacrifice, a side of his character that is both touching and heroic. But Naja's story did not end there. His master, Taihe Zhenran, a powerful immortal, was deeply moved by Naja's sacrifice. Using his magic, Taihe Zhenran reconstructed Naja's body using lotus roots, lotus leaves, and his magical powers. Thus, Naja was reborn, stronger and more determined than ever. After his rebirth, Naja joined the ranks of the righteous forces in the great battles of the gods. He fought alongside his father and other heroes against the forces of evil, using his new-found power and his trusty weapons. In these battles, he showed great courage and resourcefulness. He was not afraid to face even the most powerful demons, or Yaoguai, and he always found a way to overcome them. For example, in the war described in Fengshen Yan Yi, Naja played a crucial role in the battle against the forces of Shang dynasty, which were supported by many evil spirits. He used his multi-armed transformation to break through the enemy lines, creating chaos among the demons. His presence on the battlefield was like a beacon of hope for the righteous side. Naja's influence on Chinese culture is immeasurable. In Chinese religion, especially in Taoism, he is revered as a powerful deity. Many temples dedicated to Naja can be found across China. People come to these temples to pray for protection, especially for children. Naja is seen as a guardian of the young, a symbol of courage and righteousness. In Chinese festivals, Naja also plays a part. During the Dragon Boat Festival, which is a time to ward off evil spirits and celebrate the power of good over evil, Naja's image is sometimes invoked. His story is told to children, teaching them the values of bravery, self-sacrifice, and standing up for what is right. The story of Naja has also become part of Chinese idiomatic expressions. For example, the phrase Naja stirs up the sea is used to describe someone who causes a great commotion or upheaval, much like Naja did when he fought with the Sea Dragon King. Beyond China, Naja's influence has spread throughout the East Asian cultural sphere. In Japan, he is known as Nata, and his image has appeared in various forms of Japanese popular culture, from ancient artworks to modern anime. In Korea, his story has also been passed down, and he is regarded as a symbol of heroism and the power to overcome adversity. In conclusion, Naja is not just a character in a myth. He is a living, breathing symbol of the Chinese spirit. His story of birth, struggle, sacrifice, and rebirth resonates with people of all ages and cultures. It teaches us about the power of courage, the importance of self-sacrifice, and the ultimate victory of good over evil. As we look back on his epic journey, we can't help but be inspired by this young god's adventures, and we can see that his legend will continue to live on, bridging the gap between the mortal and the divine, and reminding us of the magic that lies within all of us.